going to be chairing, has just taken over the chairmanship of the United Nations, G77, where Pakistan is the chair at the moment. There's a lot of scope for us to enhance our cooperation.
We know, Mr. Bilawal, terrorism is one of the problems that exists in the world. How can Indonesia and Pakistan further cooperate in security and the fight against terrorism?
And we have our own experiences on combating extremism and terrorism, and I'm sure there's a lot for us to learn from each other's experience. But also, I believe that we can partner together in countering the hatred, the division at the root of this extremism and terrorism that leads to the rise of Islamophobia internationally as well. So I believe on the issue of extremism and terrorism, there's lots of areas for us to cooperate, and on the issue of Islamophobia, Indonesia and Pakistan should work together.
As we understand, Afghanistan acting foreign minister has promised to find perpetrators of the recent tragic attack on the Pakistani embassy in Afghanistan. High-level talks were also prior to that. What effort will be made between Pakistan and Afghanistan to ensure security and counter terrorism?
So there is absolutely our Minister of State, Hina Rabbani Kar, was in Afghanistan. She led our delegation to meet their ministers over there. They had a very productive, meaningful engagement around a whole host of issues. But the most important for us is the issue of terrorism. No one wants Afghanistan to become a hotbed or a launching pad for terrorist attacks in the region or anywhere else. And we are hopeful that the new one-year-old government, interim government in Afghanistan will not only address the issue of terrorism and provide security, because that is a fundamental prerequisite for peace and prosperity. And we all want to see a peaceful, prosperous, and progressing Afghanistan.
As we understand, high-level talks were also recently held. What does the future hold for the Pakistan and Afghanistan relations?
So Pakistan and Afghanistan are forever joined. We are neighbors out of geography, and no matter what happens, we will always be neighbors. We will always be together in that sense. It is therefore in my own interest, it is in my country's interest, that Afghanistan is a peaceful country, that Afghanistan is a stable country, that Afghanistan is a prosperous country. If all those things are true, then that means that I won't have to worry about a massive exodus of refugees, which we just talked about the economic climate. It's very difficult. I won't have to worry about terrorism and associated threats, and it would mean economic opportunities for the people of my country as well as the people of Afghanistan, because we're neighbors. I'm very hopeful that whoever is in charge in Afghanistan, that they're successful in providing these things to their people, so that we can engage with them in a more meaningful manner. The world can engage with them in a more meaningful manner. We're all sick and tired of war and conflict. One generation after another have gone through one war or another in Afghanistan, be it during the time of the Soviets, the recent forever war in Afghanistan. So now we're hoping to be able to look at a more stable and more peaceful Afghanistan. But we can only support or engage. Ultimately, the fate of the people of Afghanistan lies in the hands of the people of Afghanistan.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bilawal, for your time and for being here with me.
Thank you for having me.
वज़ीर ख़ारिजा बिलावल भुट्टो ज़रदारी का इंडोनेशियन टीवी को इंटरव्यू आप मुलाहिज़ा कर रहे थे। उन्होंने कहा कि पाकिस्तान जमहूरियत के फ़रोग़ पर यकीन रखता है। उनका एक कहना था कि पाकिस्तान इलाक़ाई अमन इस्तेहकाम में अहम किरदार अदा कर रहा है। शहीद मोहतरमा बेनज़ीर भुट्टो मुस्लिम दुनिया की पहली खातून वज़ीर आज़म थी। ख़वातीन को माशी तौर पर बाइख्तियार बनाना बीबी शहीद का विजन था।